Kaboom. This guy. This scammer. I'm trying to bait him again. And he's in two groups. We go there. This group number 1. Created March 31st. Scam group. With the usual, please avoid talking to these profiles, blah blah blah. Right? Scam with the same you know, .my ending shit. And the same thing is in here. This is also March 31st, both created by that guy, both the same thing, right? And unfortunately, both of these groups have the same nonsense, nobody's online crap, right? But there are not that many of those QR people in here, like QR codes, spam, scam things, like those other groups. But you can make sure that these are just all like bot accounts as well, especially with the naming, because they all use like custom letters for the most part, right? Like there's no actual normal name in here, just with normal fonts or whatever choices, right? There's always like some variation or some squiggly shit or some fucking, I don't know what you call it in there, right? So it's just more scam, right? There's nothing about this account over here, right? But there was one thing when I checked it over on Backpack, right? This is that account. Right, if we open that, we end up over here. And there are these items that were in that profile's backpack. They're gone now. And those are those items, right? If we just go through this, you can see that there's one guy who consistently shows up throughout most of them as owner of these items before our scammer got hands on them, right? And that's this Forgotten Legends guy. There's some others in here, which might just be actual trades before the shit went down. So I don't know. This might just actually be drafts before this account might have been hijacked or whatever. I'm not sure. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened to this account, right? They just got scammed. And these trades were from like some bot accounts. And the reason we know they got scammed is all these items ended up with Carl. And this is the guy that lost it all. Right? And we left the profile comment. To those who came here from a link from anti-scam groups, please note, I have been a victim of scams. Anyone who tries to trade items to get things from you are not me. Right, so... yeah, great profile right here with just random spam crap of accounts that are already trade banned or fucking community banned, right? Which is always a great sign, right? Another trade banned account over there. And yeah, that guy is just shit out of luck. Shit got stolen, got put out into a bot account. This is a bot for quicksell.store. And yeah, they don't do any like background checking, obviously. I mean, it's a bot, somebody just sells shit they have, right? And yeah, all that stuff just ended up back in circulation with other people or still on this bot. So yeah, cool stuff, right? When you get scammed. But that got me thinking, right? I've been going through these groups and these accounts for a while, throughout the week. and actually made a little Excel spreadsheet with just a few accounts from that small sample size of about 50 accounts over here, and I went through this community, which is also a scam group, with the same markings. It's report scammer, attention everyone, blah blah blah, right? And it's the same thing again. But this post that made it is already community banned, so there's not really any harm being done over here anymore. And this was created March 6th. But these are all QR code accounts that I looked at, right? All of these I specifically picked out from this one group. And I was looking for like crossovers, right? Like where all these bot accounts just congregate in, right? And you can see that there's a couple groups that have quite a few overlaps, right? Like these three groups over here. And this is already one that belongs to this. But these two also had a lot of overlaps when it comes to these bot accounts. And you can't really see much in these. It's just the squiggly writing that they love a lot to use in their bots, right? And created in January of 2022, and there's nothing going on here, right? Same with this one, there's nothing going on in here, but there's also the same lovely other symbolism that you can find. But there's also these three groups, which have few similarities, and that they all have no profile. They have roughly the same amount of people in them, which is 20,700, right? Roughly. And there's also nothing else beyond this. So I would just assume that this is just 20,000 bots. And it doesn't really matter if they're in-game or online in here either, because if you just look in here, a lot of these QR code things are just in-game, and I assume they're fucking spoofing it. It's a popular Russian CS YouTuber. Yeah, but why is there so many fucking bots in here? And there's like 3 groups. And there's other things that also showed up. Like this. And maybe these groups were just used for something else at some point, and they just turned into this. Just full of bots, I don't know. I mean, you can freely join it, but they seem to just overlap in a lot of these. These are 3 Chinese ones, which is basically the same thing. And also scam trade. So this is just same thing, just a little recoloration, which is also just a bunch of Chinese crap, where all this crap probably comes from. And you have Scam Trade, which is a great group name, right? Welcome to Scam Trade Group. The group is created from both regular users and traders. 2024, there's like nothing going on in there whatsoever. It's a bunch of Russian I can't really read, and yeah. But this also shows up in a lot of these bot accounts. And some other ones that stood out were this FEMAS group, this Ono Gothic group, the CS2 trade group, and there were a few more. This Johan group also shows up. It's also related to some Russian YouTuber or streamer or whatever. I don't know. But there's also a couple hits with just a few of these scam accounts. And there was just some outliers over here. Like this one was probably a hijacked account and joined a lot of groups. So there's a lot of singular groups over there. But yeah, I don't know. This is just weird to me. That there's so this is just 50, and about 90% of these show up in these 3 groups. About 50%, maybe like 40% show up in these 3, but that might only be because those accounts I went through were in this group. So if I would go through another one, there might be more hits over here, or on this one, or on these other colored ones. So yeah, I don't know. And on my journey, I also found another thing, which was quite interesting. And that was a lot of this. This is a group created, CSGO Trade, right? And it was created on May 25th, 2019. But if you look in this discussion, one thing is apparent, right? There's a lot of posts, a lot of calls, a lot of knife bullshit, and then you have just thousands upon thousands upon thousands of responses to this, right? So if we just pick one with like the most 125,000 responses, and we go in here, and this is all that you will find in here. The same accounts spamming the same shit over and over and over and over and over. There was a little break from 2020 to 2022, and from then on it's just spam, spam, spam. Over 8,378 pages of spam. And they seem to be spamming this on an hourly basis, about like 3, 4, 5 times an hour, which is just great, right? That's exactly what you want to see. And yeah, if you might have, you know, problems with things loading on Steam or whatever, you know, systems not actually fucking working like they should, I don't know. It might come down to this, where it's just spam over spam over spam over spam over spam every single fucking hour. 4 posts. And there's like at least 10 groups like this that I found, where it's just thousands upon thousands of posts, where it's just the same nonsensical spam going on constantly. An hour ago, 38 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, and all of this is just fucking spam. Right? And imagine 10 groups that I found with thousands upon thousands of fucking posts happening every fucking hour on a grand scale that is just so insane. Like, what do you fucking do about this? And I asked Steam support, like, what do you fucking do? And they haven't gotten back to me yet. It's been over a day. Last time they were really fast responding, but now I'm like, okay, like, do they just, is this ticket abandoned again? Does nobody read this? Am I just sitting on my ass waiting for a response? Because like, how do they not fucking see this in their systems? They have all this automated content check crap going on Steam whenever you submit some shit, right? But this is something that they can't catch, that they can't do anything against in their automated systems. Like, what the fuck is this? It's just insane, dude. It's just insane. And it's always like the same fucking spam going on in these comment sections as well. Trade offers, and I don't even know who the fuck goes through these groups to fucking buy knives or whatever the fuck. Like, is this actually like getting people to buy their shit? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. It's just insane. It's just pure insanity. And you just stumble over this, just going over random profiles. And I'm not saying like this is like anything nefarious, but this is just a system drain on Steam. Like, it's just spam, man. It's just outrageous spam that nobody fucking needs. Like, what is this? Huh? What the fuck is this? And there's some other bot shit you can also find. Like, if you search for, I think we did it last time already. We can just do it again. We go fucking search for friends. That's where add friends. If we search for ABCD312, right? Which is a bot name that's pretty commonly used. You find a lot of ABCD 312s over here with just the same fucking QR code nonsense, and there's no fucking way you can tell me that Steam cannot detect any of this shit. Like, what the god fucking motherfucking shit is this, right? And it's just hundreds upon thousands of these fucking things. Right? 17,000. And I would bet that 99% of them is just this crap. And even if they don't have like actual QR code as their profile picture, just being named ABCD 312, like why would you name yourself this, right? Game ban, and then it's just like random bot account sitting somewhere waiting to be used in whatever the fuck scam, or I don't know. It's just insanity. Absolute insanity. If Steam really wanted to do something, you know, to better their service, one fucking thing they could tackle is probably just bot detection, right? Anything like this. And I don't know. It can't be that hard. Like, they're a multi-billion-dollar company, but they just have their fucking back end rot away by fucking being spammed to hell by absolute nonsense like this. It's just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me.